And now let's head to the sideline and hear from David Aldridge. DA, what's the latest?
Thanks, Kevin. Lonzo Ball is on his third NBA team. He said, coming to L.A., I was a young kid with a lot of expectations on me.
Great. Thank you, David. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. The post tandem, it's Horford and Williams. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. And for Chicago, Levine is out there at DeRozan. And it's Vucevic, and it's Alex Caruso. And it's Ball in at the point.
Well, after their offense stalled in the finals, the Celtics getting some veteran help. Gallinari and Brogdon both bring shooting, and Brogdon's another playmaker on the floor.
And the Bulls start out with the ball. Pass to Caruso. Ball against Smart. Ball, the pass to DeRozan. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Tatum's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
You know, Greg, we talk a lot about Ball's offense, but his defense is just as important to this team.
Oh, Kevin, very disruptive. He has terrific positional size, and he can anticipate where the offense is going.
Basket, good.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Now here's Caruso. Ball, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Caruso against Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Ball up top, guarded by Smart. High post Vucevic, top of the key. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Tatum looking around. 12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 5 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Once Tatum's around the contact, it's over. A little room, just a little, is all that's needed for him to score.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Boston on top, leading by just 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Fans, make some noise for y'all.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Hey, Richard, last season, Spurs coach Greg Popovich moved into first all-time in career coaching wins. And you played for him. You know him well. Any memories or thoughts about playing for Popovich?
First, let me say congratulations to Greg Popovich, because he is the type of coach and person you want to be the face of this league. You want him to be the face of the coaching ranks, because he is so humble. He is so demanding. And you know what? He knows how to host a pretty good meal, too.
And you were a part of many of those, correct?
Oh, yeah, a lot of those meals. And look, we'll talk about the coaching a little later, but he knows how to do a really good meal.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Dosunmu is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Williams. And it's Drummond in at the center. Now here's Williams. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Beverley dishes to Drummond. Taken away by Williams. The pass to White. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 5.
As a coach, you really like what Grant Williams brings. He's kind of that hybrid, a forward who can play inside or play outside.
1:05 left in the second quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. White against Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Celtics, Derek White taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. DeRozan comes in for Patrick Williams. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Patrick Beverly. And both free throws good for White.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Pass the ball. Caruso with the ball. There's the dish to Levine. Count that one. Levine's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A strong inside scorer. Once Levine feels like he's got room to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Passes it to Tatum. Levine against Brown. Pocket 6. Over Levine. And it's Brown missing. To the left side wing. Here's Vucevic. It's the buzzer beater.
And that is massive. The 3 at the buzzer ties it up. And they'll go to the break the way we started, dead even.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger. And
thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
This is what the home fan loves to see. Their squad coming out and putting together strong performances. We'll see a couple individual standouts, but what really stand out is how hard they work and how they're playing together.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Right now, they're playing well only on one end of the court. All their energy has been spent on the offensive end. And that's a shame. They're just going to keep giving up easy buckets, and the game's going to get away from them.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
All I'm going to say is a few years ago, I would not expect this Bulls team to be in this position right now. They weren't dominating, but look at what they're doing now. It's a whole new era.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Smart in the backcourt with Brown to his side. And it's Williams at center. Here's Caruso following the basket by Al Horford. Levine for three, and again it's the Bulls from deep. The Chicago team, Richard, has managed to turn things around after a string of 4 losing seasons.
And that's why you never count a team out. A few smart trades, some good draft pickups, that's all it takes for you to ascend the rankings and become a top team in this league.
And the right coach. Clearly, Billy was the right coach for this team.
Oh, yeah, and that too. Definitely the good coach.
Now, here's Ball. Jason Tatum missing his last shot.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
First trip to the line for him here.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one thing that stands out about this Celtics unit, their defensive abilities. They've got a lot of skill on that end of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Williams comes in for Levine, and it's Dosunmu in for Alex Caruso. And then for Boston, Gallinari, he's checked in for Horford. And Brogdon subbed in for Jason Tatum.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Ball, the pass to Dosunmu. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And DeRozan kicks to Ball. To the inside, Vucevic. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Williams. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Floats it up for Williams. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Not afraid to go inside. DeRozan even picks up the whistle that time.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
DeRozan taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Pass to Pritchard. With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Bulls lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. You've got Alex Caruso. DeRozan out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Levine in at the 3 spot. Now here's Caruso. And now White pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
First team foul. Shooting for Boston, Derek White at the line for 2.
drops the first one, and that brings them within 2. And the Bulls with some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Patrick Beverly. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Pritchard. And he is unable to get the second one.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Isn't it beautiful watching DeRozan just work through contact? He loves overcoming these kind of moments.
That was a second look at a Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And you talk about a big-time play. He simply would not be denied on that drive.
Now here's Tatum over Levine. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Tatum.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Caruso. Yes!
He just loves seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 4. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the head coach for the Celtics talked to his team during the break. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The 3 from Tatum. Rebound by the Bulls.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got really lucky there.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, DeMar DeRozan. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Known as a mid-range master with incredible footwork, DeRozan in this game just continued to age like fine wine.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 6. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Keep it up one more time for your Chicago Lovables.
Smart passes to Bryant. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Tatum no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Foul. At the line for Chicago, Zach LaVine.
Take a break. Take a break.
Taking two shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Players with this type of athleticism have Zach LaVine. Historically, they keep people watching on TV, and they keep people in the crowd. Why? Because you never know what you're going to see from them.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and It needs to happen fast.
Terry looking over the floor. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.